Hey guys, it's HR, and welcome back to D&D Talk. Now, in case you can't tell, I'm no longer sick. Yeah, I am feeling okay. I still got sniffles because of allergies, but that's pretty much it. And I decided literally I needed to make a video, so I'm making this like quite literally last minute. That's the reason why you probably didn't see me do a gameplay video yesterday, because I'm quite literally making this at the last minute because I needed to get something out. Because I missed last week and the week before that. I don't want to miss another week, because then you probably you guys are probably get worried that I might not appear again. I don't want to do that. I legit just got busy this weekend. Like, this weekend was just really busy. Like, I was hanging out with, I had to go to a birthday party while also having to play D&D of my own. So I had a lot of things like that sort of like set me back, I guess. See, I'm legit doing this at last minute. My friends are sleeping. Like, my roommates are sleeping right now. I'm trying to be as quiet as I can. So sorry. But yeah, me and my little Mindflayer Buddy here are back with another D&D talk. And today with this one, we are going to talk about another class, of course. From our last week, we talked about monks. Today we are talking about Artificers. Now, Artificers are really, really cool, I would say. If you're into the more steampunky vibe, or more of a mechanic or engineer vibe, this is what these are. Artificers are basically people who use magic and technology at the same time. They basically they take technology, build things, and infuse it with magic. It's really cool. It's sort of like a mind that had magic. We'd find a way to use both technology and magic instead of just one or the other, you know? And that's what I like about this. Because it could have gone full on out like, oh yeah, it's just technology, you don't have access to magic, you can't do any of that kind of stuff. No, this literally has it where like, this literally has it, it's literally thought out of what technology would look like in a world full of magic. Like, that's just brilliant right there. That right there. And I love it. I love it, like, technology-based magic. Because it's kind of cool, you know? Like, it's really kind of cool just seeing this technology-based magic, like, figure out, like, how to do this type of stuff, I guess you could say. Like, how to, like, infuse weapons with spells, you know? That or enchantments that basically make you hit harder or swing faster, or even make your enemies give them a disadvantage, I should say. You know, it's that sort of thing. I love that. It's not only that, depending on the type of artificer, you can do a lot of things. You can create machines to help you out. You can build giant cannons if you want. You can make potions. And that's pretty cool, honestly, you know? So yeah, like, it's pretty cool knowing that you can do this type of stuff in the fantasy world, these modern day things, you know. This is how a lot of people play guns, play with guns. When someone wants to play a character that has a gun, they usually play an artificer, or at least someone who's good friends with an artificer, and say like, oh yeah, we built this thing, and we spent a while building this thing. We even had the design, and only I know it, kind of thing, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's kind of fun, like, just thinking about these people who are essentially tinkering, you know? Again, these people are mostly tinkerers, and they're most eccentric tinkerers. Like, they see the possibility of what everything could be, mainly technology-wise, and not so much magic-wise, because their magic is, again, basic stuff, but whenever they see something that's machine-based, they will literally want to take it apart and basically just figure out what's inside it. You know, it's like, oh, how's this work? How's this work? How can I do this? How can I make this better, basically? Or if it's already really good, how can I replicate this? Like, that's the whole deal, and it's kind of funny. It's not funny. It's sort of like it's basically like a giant child seeing something for the first time, learning new things. You know. In fact, my Mindflayer Buddy used to have a brother that was an Artificer. He made this. Yeah, it's pretty fun. But yeah, Artificers can make a lot of things out of parts. You know, a lot of them, while yes, they do want those high-end parts, they can make it out of any junk. You know, they can make armor, robotic companions, weapons if they want. And also, this is really a support class, I should say, considering the fact that they mainly give enchantments and they mainly build armor and weapons. They don't fight a lot, and when they do fight, it's usually through something that they built their own. Like, again, it's usually a subclass that usually gives them that fighting power. Now, on to the spells. Artificers, sort of like wizards and a lot of other magic-based people, they get a certain amount of spells, but that they can prepare and use for the rest of the day. But they can also change the spells after a long rest. You know, sort of something like if you have a list of spells you want, you can prepare the spells to use for that day, and the next day you can change the spells to what you want to use, to what you want to prepare for that day, just in case, you know. But their lists are much more confined than the wizards. You know, like a lot of the spells are more cantrip based, like weaker spells that sort of help out. Help out the party. Again, more like enchantments, really. That's sort of what they do. Again, this all depends on what type of artificer you have. You know, like if you have an alchemist, those are artificers that can make potions, like healing potions or haste. They can make those kind of potions and help the party out. You know, or they can take themselves and use it for whatever they want. They also have artificers who can make cannons, which are pretty cool. The cannons can basically change to be a force cannon or a healing cannon. Again, more or less like it is more or less supporting class still. Now, the races for Artificers are pretty simple. In fact, they're pretty easy to know. You know, I'm not gonna say right now because I'm running a bit out of time. So I'm gonna say quickly. I'm gonna say quickly in line right here: dwarves, half elves, and etc. Add more in like a list here if you can. Sorry, I'm running low on time. But yeah, that's all of what they do. You know, that's all of what these races can do for you. These races can help with the artificer. They can basically, like, they're most made to be an artificer if you want. You know, if you want to use this races, then go ahead and do that. Now it's appearance time. Now the appearance for these artificers are usually more steampunky vibes. You know, they're almost always wearing glasses or goggles if you want. I don't have any goggles on me right now because I don't own goggles. I wish I did, but I own glasses. That's how it goes for me. But no, they more own some type of cloak, you know, so that way they can hold their stuff in those pockets. You know, a cloak with many pockets, basically be like, there we go, bam, there we go, make it and fire. No, but no, that's what they do. They make these things. And they store it on the cloak, you know? And they seemingly make a mess of everything as well. While wizards, some keep nice and tidy, artificers are more the grease monkeys. You know, they're more the messy types. Like the ones that way if they reach into their pocket, they will pull out a piece of paper or a frog or whatever, you know? Doesn't really matter. So that's the kind of appearance for artificers. Now, story time. The story time for this one is a group I'm with. We have an artificer. And it's about this half of Artificer we have, and she is pretty cool. Like, she's this eccentric Artificer that really, believe it or not, does not do enchantments. She doesn't do enchantments. She uses a cannon to fire things and heal us if we need to. Like literally there are moments when one of us is like getting real low in health and she'll turn to us, fire us with a whole big of healing energy. And to us, it doesn't look like healing energy. It looks like she's firing at us with a cannonball. No, well, you know, it's basically like, I feel better. But no, but no, it's sort of like that. Like you don't get this feeling of health from that for some reason. And we make jokes about that all the time. It's funny. She also has this like little automaton squirrel that she got, that she made, I should say. And it is the cutest thing ever. Like she uses it as a familiar. That's what she calls her familiar. Basically, she calls it familiar. It's not. It's also part of a boon that the DM gave her. Basically, it's just this little mechanical squirrel that you can use to see and hear through. But it's also like, again, it's mechanical. She literally tweaks it every now and then. Like if you catch her in the morning, you can see her like working on the squirrel, like fixing it. And it's weird to see that because my character literally walked in on them and she was fixing the squirrel. I was like, oh my god, did you kill a squirrel? And she's like, no, see, it's robotic. Because it looks so lifelike. It looks alive like the way it moved. My character literally thought the squirrel would die to her. Like he literally thought that she killed the squirrel. But she didn't. She made it. It's fine. It literally got back up and ran across her arm onto her shoulder and looked at me with a cute look. It was a pretty funny time, really. But no, she's also this eccentric, funny person. Like, again, she's always building something. She's very eccentric. Like she wants to help people, but she also does it in her own kind of crazy way. Like she's crazy nice, I should say. Like she acts crazy eccentric, but she also acts in a nice way to where she doesn't really hurt anyone. And that's sort of fun. That's sort of fun with it, you know? The fact that she also kind of fell in love with a succubus also helps a lot. But that's a story for another time. When we get to that race at some point, probably when we talk about those things, we'll talk about that story. But no, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Again, sorry this one's so short, by the way. I'm literally getting this out as fast as I can so that way I can get you guys this on time. Again, I should have a game video next week, hopefully. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye, guys. Say bye, Mindflayer. He says bye. Bye.